Well, welcome everybody. Tonight's the night. We're going to be announcing the winner of the Win a $10,000 Log Cabin. It's been a Canada-wide contest. We've had people from all coast to coast tuning in, participating, sharing, commenting. And I'm just so excited to finally announce the winner tonight. It's going to be a blasty blast. I'm just going to sing one little song and then we'll get going. Let's bring the volume to a reasonable level. To you the world is such a warm and undiscovered place. You greet the world with open arms and spaghetti on your face. I read you fairy tales and I grasp for something I've misplaced. But Julia, our time grows short. You gotta be in bed by 8. Well, Julia, it's time for bed. Don't do as I've done, do as I've said. And you'll say your prayers, and I'll say mine too. That only my good will get passed on to you. Well, I thought your dad was rushing things when he first told me about you. Well, we're still kids ourselves, I thought, and for me, I guess that's true. But now I see our friendship changing into something new. I'm stuck between a boy and the man your father's turned into. Well, Julia, it's time for bed. Don't do as I've done, do as I've said. You say your prayers, and I'll say mine too. That only my good will get passed on to you. Show me your perfect world again, and we'll close our eyes together and pretend that life is something we can understand. Julia, try not to grow up if you can. Julia, it's time for bed. Oh, don't do as I've done, do as I said. And you say your prayers, and I'll say mine too. That only my good will get passed on to you. That only my good will get passed on to you. We'll be right back. We got a great show tonight. Hi, I'm David Fraser, founder of Bunkie Life. We're in the building industry, but what we're famous for are small log cabins called Bunkies that can be easily built in a weekend without a permit or a second mortgage. Ultimately, we help our clients create extra space for more meaningful connection. Yes, we help our clients get a cool bunkie. But if you think it's just about the bunkie, you've already missed the point. Really what this is about is creating the space and time for more meaningful connection, and having a bunkie is just part of that journey. It's not just about the space, it's about what happens in the space, how it enables more connection. It allows you to spend that quality time with family and friends. It allows you to be there for each other in both senses of the phrase. We are the market leaders in educational videos and content, and we also provide an easy to build or built for you bunkie kit that enables people to have more space to connect. The bunkie is often the difference between that friend or family member coming or not, being there for each other or not. The reason we do this is because we believe family comes first. And when it comes to being there for each other, there are no do-overs. That's one of the reasons we've decided to partner with Ronald McDonald House Charities of Canada. in their goal of keeping families close. Because ultimately, we want to bring about a world where families everywhere have a place to unite, unwind, and unplug. I get up every morning excited to help families create extra space for meaningful connection. Thanks for listening, and can't wait to hear from you. All right, everybody, are you pumped? Are we excited? So I think earlier I'd said, where are you tuning in from, which would be super interesting to see. And then what will you scream out loud if you win? Hopefully not too loud to scare anybody, but we got lots of comments. We got somebody tuning in from Nova Scotia, Villanova, Ontario, I should say. We got somebody from Timmins. Welcome, Tracy. And there's just hundreds and hundreds of comments. I can't get to everybody. People tuning in from Belleville and Toronto. Very, very exciting. Very, very exciting. So, guys, it's going to be a fun thing. So let me just go through the quick... So someone says, can't scream, might wake the baby. Okay, don't scream in your case. Just have a silent, Oh, somebody's from Petrolia. Sherry Hall from Petrolia. That's where I grew up. Nice, Petrolia. Fantastic. So people tuning in from BC. We've got people all over. That's really cool. Okay. So Southern Alberta, Amanda Ames. That's very cool. So before I can't, there's no way I can keep up with these comments. There's just too many. So I'm super excited for you guys. I think it's going to be really fun. So what I want to say first is we're gonna go through a quick little overview of what's happening right now. So basically from now until next Sunday, we have a sale going on. It launches as soon as this is done. I'll give you details on that in just a second. And then I'm going to tell a little bit about kind of the Bunkie Life story, and then we'll get right to the winner announcement. It shouldn't take more than about 5-10 minutes. And then I'll stick around at the end. So if you have questions about Bunkies, ordering Bunkies, delivering Bunkies, building your own Bunkies, anything Bunkie related, I'll be here until the very, very bitter end after the announcement to answer any questions for those of you who are considering buying one, okay? So that's kind of the idea, and let's do this. So this is me and Evie's video on the upcoming sale details. Check it out. Hi, everybody. I'm David Fraser, owner of Bunkie Life.
I'm Evie Fraser, future owner of Bunkie Life.
And we're here to tell you today about something amazing.
Yeah.
We're happy to announce our second annual Amazing Autumn Sale.
You can get $500 off our standard Loft Bunkies.
And
$1,000
off either a hot tub or a sauna.
Isn't that awesome?
Isn't that awesome? Just in time for winter.
But wait, there's more.
If you purchase a Bunkie between now and November 21st when the sale ends, you'll be entered into a special draw to win a hot tub, sauna, or $4,000 Bunkie Life gift certificate. Your choice.
Also, your lock and your 2022 price.
That's right. Your price is locked no matter what happens in the wood, lumber, and Bunkie market. So don't wait. Buy before November 21st, and you'll get the amazing autumn sale. Thanks for watching.
Yeah. So get your hot tubs and get your Bunkies.
All right, so let's go. Let me share a little bit about kind of our story very briefly, and then we'll get right into the winner announcement. Let's do it. All righty. Okay. So tonight I'm going to share with you the Bunkie Life story. This is kind of why we do what we do a little bit, and also how we do it, I guess. So let's share this together. So who we are, Bunkie Life is essentially family life. We're a small family business. We're located outside of Erin, Ontario. For those of you who don't know where that is, it's kind of north of Oakville, I would say, or Georgetown, just about an hour outside of Toronto, Ontario, Canada. But we serve all of Canada. A couple of things we're proud of. Recently, we're featured on HGTV's Family Home Overhaul and CTV's Made Right Here, as well as House and Home magazine and Side Roads magazine. And we're going to be featured in a CBC show that I can't give too much details on very, very shortly, sometime between now and Christmas. Also, we wrote a book called Bunkie Life Extra Space, which is all about kind of our family's journey as well as our clients. So we have got hundreds of pages of sexy bunkies and stories of different ways our clients have used their bunkies to facilitate extra space and connection with their family. And it also has a lot of how-to stuff, like how to do your roof, how to do your foundation. All the things that I've been talking about on our live streams are kind of there in book format. Makes a really good kind of coffee table book, and people will instantly pick this book up if they see it in your cottage or bunkie. And all the proceeds from this book go towards Ronald McDonald House. We also put out the Bunkie Life Connection cards, which are kind of your standard 52 card, playing cards, but also have 52 thought-provoking kind of conversation-starting questions. So that's something fun to do as a family or a group of friends. And also we've raised, well, this is a little bit old, but we've raised over $35,000 for Ronald McDonald House, and we've also completed 7 Make-A-Wish builds. So actually, by the end of this year, we're hoping to be around 100,000. But really, ultimately, the thing we're most proud of are the successes of our Bunkie Life clients, how they've utilized kind of our philosophy and our actual product to create, extra space and connection with their families. So how did we start? Essentially, I was scratching my own itch. So we live outside of Erin, Ontario, and my in-laws and my outlaws live about 4 hours away respectively each. And it was like, where are we going to put mom and dad when they come to visit? So I started with looking into yurts and adding on to the house, throwing up a dumpy trailer. I looked into all the options and we settled upon the Bunkie. And so back in 2015, this is my father and my father-in-law, and we built our very first Bunkie. And of course, that spawned more creativity in my entrepreneurial mind, and so I started renting them out on Airbnb. So I started with just one, and people loved it. Get me a Bunkie, that sort of thing. So we built a bunch more and started selling them. So in 2017, we started with a dream. We wanted to help create a world where families everywhere have a place to unite, unwind, and unplug. And it's gone from a little, very local business to a coast-to-coast business across Canada. And here's who we help. Our motto is, of course, family first. So we help Bunkie lifers across Canada. What is a Bunkie lifer? It's generally, our clients tend to be busy, hardworking, small business owners and professionals who own a family cottage. There's other people that fall outside of that category, but I'd say the majority of our tribe are those kind of people. And they have 3 major problems. Number 1, not enough space. This can mean that they're cramped. Sometimes they're disappointed, even embarrassed because they can't host everybody, or they're hosting everybody on the floor. And so the family escape becomes a bone of contention a lot of times. And it's sometimes, worst of all, friends and family just don't come at all. A lot of times when you buy a cottage, you're expecting, the vision is like, everybody playing, the kids playing in the water or in the backyard, and it's like an escape. But, when there's not enough space, that can't happen. And so a lot of times, like me, people don't know what the possibilities are, what the rules are. Should we renovate? Should we do the yurt thing? What should we do, right? And so a lot of people end up doing nothing and just kind of putting up with the situation. And it culminates ultimately in not enough time with the people who matter most. There's a saying that if you think of all the time you'll ever spend with your kids as a pack of Skittles, by the time your children have reached age 18, all the Skittles will be gone except 2. That's a sobering thought, and it makes me think about how super primary and important it needs to be that we connect with our kids and our grandkids while we can. So here's how we help. So our motto is surprise and delight our clients. Starting with things like this, or if you've been experiencing anything to do with Bunkie Life, you've probably seen one or more of our videos, how we help people understand their options, help people through the building, the planning process. And ultimately our goal is we want to be the trusted go-to source for helpful information, whether you end up buying from us or not. Some of you tonight will probably never buy a Bunkie, but at least you're more informed and you know what your options are. And then, of course, we have our standard kind of core product, which is an easy-to-build Bunkie kit, beautiful on the inside and out, easily built in a weekend without needing a permit in most areas of Canada or a second mortgage. And we also offer, kind of a done-for-you solution or built for you. We've got a large list of installers now who can handle everything. And we can even go from a 3-season to a 4-season installation. And ultimately, we get people their quality time back. We're in the business ultimately of helping families create extra space for more meaningful connection. And also, you get to be part of the Bunkie Life community. And what that means is, we have a large group now, and growing group, of people that are kind of like-minded, that get the bigger vision of Bunkie Life. So we have volunteer opportunities where people can come and do Make-A-Wish builds with us. We have in-person events, barbecues, that sort of thing. we all participate in giving back, which I can go into a little bit later if you want. But there's the private community of Bunkie Lifers shares a lot of information with each other, and that's been a huge asset. So if you have a Bunkie related question, you can go on that group, post a question, you'll get an answer within a very short period of time from 3-4 people that have been in your situation and know, you can pick their brains about how to solve it. So why do we do this? Let me go into into bigger camera mode here. So I went a little bit into this the other night, but essentially our family, we've been blessed with 3 kids, but along the way we've had a number of losses as well. So kind of in between Evie, who you saw in that video, our firstborn, we lost 2 babies, and then we had Hope, and then we lost 2 babies in really kind of tough situations. And going through those processes, grieving through the loss of our babies and stuff, our families just kind of dropped what they were doing, and they came and stayed with us. And the Bunkie facilitated that to a large extent. They were able to stay close and kind of support us through that situation, even though they live far away. And I realized it after the fact that we had kind of built our own little Ronald McDonald house in our backyard, and we didn't even know it. So that's one of the reasons we've partnered with Ronald McDonald House, is that we understand how important it is when you're going through a tough time that you can be there for your kids. And so that's kind of what Ronald McDonald House does. Essentially, they're a charity that partners with local sick kids. So there's one in London, there's one in Toronto, obviously that's the well-known one. There's one in Hamilton, Ottawa, and they're all across Canada as well. And they basically have a place where people can go and they can stay while their kids are in the hospital for whatever reason. And it makes a real difference. I've personally have friends who have really needed their service. And so it makes a huge difference in people's lives. So that's why, all the proceeds from the book go towards Ronald McDonald House, but also every time we sell a Bunkie Life kit, we donate a night's stay for a family that really can use it at a Ronald McDonald House. So that's kind of the bigger vision as we go out there and kind of, be the change we want to see in the world. So that's kind of where that comes from. Go back to the presentation here. Now, what does working with us look like? We have a motto. Our third motto is do it right, do it once. So the opportunity of working with Bunkie Life, we have 3 guarantees. Number 1, if you don't love your Bunkie, you can return it, no questions asked, within 30 days. Another one is that we have, the second guarantee is that we have a 5-year replace or repair warranty on all the parts, all the hardware and all that sort of thing. Just let us know and we'll fix it or send you a new part. And then our third guarantee is if your neighbors don't agree that you have the best looking Bunkie on the block, we will personally buy them a beer and tell them to get their eyes checked. We also have really good support. If you call us at most times of the day, even on Saturday, a human being will answer the phone, as some of you have experienced. We get back over email, and also every Bunkie has really good instructions and videos to help you through each step of the way, so that at each part you really can build it yourself. Or if your contractor is building it for you, he's got support as well, he or she. Also, we have a good network of partner companies. So if there's things like a roof you need, or air conditioning, or maybe a wood stove, or these type of things, we've got a really extensive list of partner companies that you can get discounts with or connections with, so that it really adds a lot of value. And as I said earlier, you have instant access to the Bunkie Lifer private group. As soon as you buy the Bunkie and order it, you can get on there and start asking your questions and prepping and selecting and planning if you're the planning type. That's kind of what working with Bunkie Life is all about. So what are the steps? Okay, so if you're now, once again, not everyone out there is gonna. Some people are just here for the free Bunkie. It's totally fine. No pressure at all. But if you're kind of considering it, this is what it might look like. First thing you gotta do is order a Bunkie, which you can do online on our website. You can call us directly. It's either myself or Andrew or Bryn that'll pick up the phone, or you can order via email. Just email Shannon and say, "Hey, I'm in," and then we can sort out the details from there. We'll coordinate delivery. You can pick up as well at our factory, which is just outside of Erin. It's in Rockwood, Ontario, kind of near Erin as well. So you can pick up there at our lot as well, which is kind of outside of Erin. Or we can coordinate delivery. Most of the time, most people would prefer that we deliver. So we have a big forklift that we can drop right down. And then build your Bunkie, right? So I'd say about 80% of clients will build it themselves with their family or their friends. And then for the other people, we've got, we have contractors and such that we can recommend too if you want to have it built for you. Usually takes, 1 to 3 days, depending on the kit. And then, of course, there's the finishing touches. So things like staining and that fun decorative stuff, buying your furniture. We've got lots of support for those steps as well. And then enjoy. In very short order of time, you can have an extra space ready to go. And as I mentioned, you're part of that Bunkie Life community. And guys, we cannot wait to serve you as a Bunkie Life client. For those of you who get what we're into, we want to talk. So that's kind of my presentation. It's time to get to the big finale. And like I said, I'll be here for questions afterwards. So don't feel like you got to rush away. Feel free to stick around. I will answer questions, okay? Let me see. Make sure I got all the scenes. Okay. So let's talk about how this is going down. Okay, so I'm going to, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go, I'll do a screen share of me like picking the winner. We use this platform that basically will do it kind of randomly. They'll draw the name and it'll be displayed on the screen. We're going to email that person. Okay, we're going to email them my wife's cell phone number. Okay, so you're going to call Carrie. Now, if you're not the winner, I want you to emotionally prepare yourself. There's 1,275 people watching live right now. But there's also, I think, multiple tens of thousands that actually entered, okay? So there's a good chance that you might not be the winner, okay? Just want you to emotionally brace for that potential, okay? If you're not the winner, please don't just hang up. What you should do is go, oh, do I know the winner? Or do I know somebody that knows the winner? And then text them, okay? If you know the winner, your obligation at that point is to text them and be like, screw you, bro. You won, or ma'am, right? Give them some ribbing, but reach out to them, because the ideal is we get them on the phone and then we can actually get their reaction live. It also helps for credibility if it's like, hey, actually, we did call the winner or the winner called us, okay? So start furiously checking your email in just a second, but we're going to email the winner, but we're also going to pull it up on the screen live. If you know the winner, once we draw it, email them, text them, call their brother, call their brother-in-law. Go over to their house, knock on the door, okay? Whatever you got to do. We want to make sure the winner. And, one more thing. There is a high probability this person will be from Ontario. Everyone gives me a hard time, but the reality is, like, we're an Ontario-based company. Most of our clients, 80% of our clients are from Ontario. So the computer just randomly draws, but most people that end up entering are usually Ontarioites. So there's a high chance that it'll be an Ontario person. That's just the way the random draw goes, okay? So just brace yourself for that too. Okay, how do I do this? I'm going to screen share again. Okay, so here we are. So I'm going to go to pick more winners, pick a winner, selecting random one. Yep, one is the right answer. Next, okay, and winner is, drum roll, Maureen Anderson. Okay, Maureen, I'm going to do some checking, make sure she's legit here, but Maureen Anderson is the winner. Okay, everybody give her a round of applause. If you know Maureen Anderson, it looks like she may be from, where's she from? I don't know it doesn't say where she's from, but if you know a Maureen Anderson that's in this contest, like for example, Dave Gibb was the person, so she knows Dave Gibb, or Dave Gibb knows her, whatever. Dave Gibb, if you're on here, give her a call, okay? And we're going to shoot an email out to her like right now, okay? So congratulations to Maureen, and looks like her answer is legit. Okay, good. All right, that's the idea. I'm going to go back here and let's congratulate Maureen one more time, and also let's go to the. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. I muted myself. Okay, were you guys able to hear this? Oh, hold on. Oh, someone was saying I was muted. Sorry about that. Oh no. Okay, can you hear me now? Okay. So I think you guys saw it was Maureen Anderson. Was I muted while we were saying that? Hopefully not. Okay. So Maureen Anderson was the winner. And if you know, sorry about the muting. If you know Maureen Anderson, like I was saying, give her a call, shoot her a text, and we'll go from there. Okay. I don't know where she's from. It doesn't say where she's from. So congratulations to Maureen Anderson. And sorry about the sound cut off there. I'm back now. Okay, so congrats. You guys can hear me now, right? Okay, cool. So if you have questions, now is your time to get them out of the door, and hopefully we can get Maureen Anderson, tonight's winner, back. Okay. All right. Well, I got a lot of comments. Okay, people are saying I'm good now. Okay, great. All right. So if you have questions about bunkies, you got questions about bunkie life related things, if you have just generic questions in general, now is the time to submit them below. And I'm now reading comments, and they're coming in fast, but I'm still reading them. So people are saying, congratulations, Maureen. Awesome. I'm glad there's no people are saying, yes, you can hear me. That's good. Okay. Wow. There's a lot of comments coming in. All right. So Gary Simmons says, I heard you say Gary Simmons. Nice try, Gary Simmons. Okay, people are saying thank you for the draw. That's great. Now I would also like to hear, on a scale of 1 to 10, how fun was the contest this time around? So we've done this about 6 times now. How fun was it this time compared to previous ones if you've entered before? All right. Okay. Excuse me. Kelly says, okay, where from? I don't know where this Maureen is from, but we have emailed her, and Maureen has been given our phone number. So hopefully she checks it and gives us a call. All right. Jan Lobin Schmenko says, when is your next draw? It'll probably, if we do one, we'll do it early next year, sometime, 2020. Are you announcing the other winners too? Yes. So I think there was a points system. Let me just double check that. Was there other winners? Heather will let me know about that. I think we did some other potential winners. If that's true, Heather, Facebook me about who the other winners are. Because I think we had some extra bonuses. Oh, here they are. So Heather's messaging me right now. So here's the top 10 winners. Do you guys want me to read these out loud? I'll read the top 10 winners in terms of points, and I think there's some special bonuses. We'll be emailing everybody about that too. So Elena Goldman had the most points. Congrats, Irena. Adrian MIC had second most, and Morris Elfenbaum was 3. Corina Solomon was 4th. Alberta was 5th. Tasha Miller was 6th. Lindsay Reed was 7th. Cheryl Ann Toski was 8th. Cheryl Millette was 9th. And Karen Dwyer Green, a hardcore competitor, was number 10. So we will be emailing you guys some special extra kind of bonus prizes too. Okay, thanks for letting me know. All right. Oh, Jennifer, what happens if she declines? If she declines, maybe we'll do another draw, I guess. We haven't had anyone decline a free bunkie yet, but that could happen. Laura asks, can they be insulated for a Manitoba winter? I would say you could get up to probably 3.9 seasons, but it'd be difficult to get all the way to 4 seasons in Manitoba. You'd have to really do a really good job. So check out, Can I Insulate a Bunkie on YouTube? Or Can I Live in My Bunkie is a great video as well, where we interviewed a gentleman that lives in his bunkie full-time here in Ontario. But he's not in Manitoba. So, I know you guys get a little colder winters than we do. Leo says, are there other winners? I just announced the other winners, and there was the top 10. So there's basically the random prize, the grand prize, and then the top 10 got some other little bonuses we'll email you about. Tony says, Marina's not watching. Redraw! LOL. No, we're going to email her, even if she doesn't... even if she doesn't tune in live. I mean, that's fine. We'll track her down, and we'll hopefully get her on the phone tonight. But if not, that's fine. Okay. If she does not phone in, I'm available. Kathy, I really appreciate that willingness to serve. So thank you so much. I'm not muted again, am I? Okay, I'm still. Okay, good. Allison says, thank you for the contest. That was cool. Okay, thanks for participating again, Allison. Okay, Louis asked, do bunkies with electrical connections require a permit? That would be a good question for your local municipality. And I'm pretty sure most electrical things, if unless you're doing it yourself, and I think either way you might need to pull an ESA permit. But I'm not an electrical guy or an electrician, so consult your local electrician. Oh, Robin asked, did the lumber shortage impact your production? Yeah, last year was pretty crazy. I'm not going to lie. Things got a little dicey there, but overall we were able to deliver most people's bunkies pretty much on time or on time-ish, with a few people that were ticked off, but for the most part, I think everyone got their bunkies within a reasonable time frame. I'm predicting next year is going to be more insane, so that's why we did this contest early this year. Just because I think, honestly, like, if you want to get it for spring, I would definitely order it before Christmas if you possibly can. Do we deliver to BC? Yes, we've got lots of great clients out in BC, even on Vancouver Island and beyond, and on the mainland too. So yeah, we've got lots of clients out there. Nicole, when is your next giveaway? If we do another one, which I'm not committing to for sure, it would be early in the winter because things get insane in the summer. Cheryl asks, what are the details on the sale? So if you go to bunkielife.com/autumn-sale, all the details are there. But basically, it's $500 off our Loft Bunkies, $1,000 off our hot tub or our sauna kits, and a little bit of money off the non-lofted models too. And anybody who enters, anybody who buys between now and next Sunday, so this week, gets entered to win a $4,000 gift certificate or a hot tub or a sauna in addition to their bunkie. So that's the gist of it. Do we offer financing? Yes, we do, through a third party called PayBright. So just email in if you're interested in pursuing that option. How much is shipping the bunkie? We can usually get most places, within 3-4 hours of us for about $500 if you can put up with having a group delivery with other bunkie lifers. And if you need a private delivery, it's usually double that. Is a good way to think of it. And then if you're really far in the boonies, shoot us your postal code and we'll sort you out. Give you an actual quote kind of thing. What do people do for electricity and washrooms? Some people use solar panels for electricity. Some people just run an extension cord from their cottage or their house. Some people just use generators. There's a lot of different options for electricity. And for washrooms, a lot of people will just put a little outhouse. We sell a little bathroom bunkie as well, and they'll put a composting toilet in that. That can work really well for like a kind of potty thing. Oh, Joanne says, can't wait to visit Aaron to walk through a bunkie before we buy. Great. That's one thing I should mention. So all this coming week, Andrew is going to be at Bunkie Life HQ giving tours. So if you want to book a tour, go to bunkielife.com and scroll down to the bottom and click book tour. If you want to come see him in person, we've got pretty much all our models are at my house now. So, Lori says, gotta go cry now. Thanks for the chance. Sorry, Lori. Sorry for your loss. Mike Woodburn, suggestion for toilets and composting. So I have a Sunmar. They're a really good product. They have been crappy with supply chain issues this year. I'll be completely frank. Like, some people waited for way too long to get their toilets. They would say like, oh yeah, they'll be ready next week, and then they just keep delaying. So I mean, in terms of delivering the product, not so great, but in terms of product, it is a good product. There's also Nature's Head toilets. I've heard good things about. A lot of clients have used them. And some people have made their own composting toilets. Isolina made her own composting toilet solution. It works actually pretty good. So there's lots of options there. Kind of depends on what level of done for you want. Is it better to have the foundation raised off the ground? Yes. All the foundations we recommend are at least slightly off the ground. You can email us if you want some specifics, or just type in Bunkie Foundation. There's some videos of me doing a couple. What's your heater and what's the coldest outside temperature you'd use the bunkie in? So I was just using little electric heaters at my house when I was renting them out. And I usually have like a little Canadian Tire kind of ceramic heater and then an electric blanket on the bed. And I had guests all winter at my place. If I in all my bunkies, I found the one I only insulated one of my roofs. The one I insulated the roof makes a huge difference in terms of the heat escaping. So if you want to use it all throughout the winter, I would highly recommend insulating your roof and floor for sure. And then it's pretty much comfortable without any insulation down to about -10. If you want to go beyond that, you're going to need to insulate. So the coldest outside temperature, I'd say if you insulate, it's probably like -20. That's why the person that asked for Manitoba is like, if you get down to like -30, -40, you're going to need some serious, heat in there to make it work, because it's a bunkie. It's not, a building. Oh, April says, Maureen said, give it to me. Okay, I didn't realize that. So April, I guess Maureen's going to give it to you. Jokes. Does it matter when it's built? No, I mean, you can build it any type of the year. It's a lot easier and more comfortable to build in the summer and spring, though, for sure. Or in the fall. Fall's actually the best time to build, I think. Could you put a composting toilet in the bunkie? Yes, you can. but it's a little awkward when someone's trying to sleep and you're trying to poop. What is the cost for shipping to Alberta? So we can usually get to Calgary or Edmonton or Red Deer, like any major center, for about $1,000. And then it's just that last mile, depending on how far away you are from those cities. So if you're serious, just shoot us an email. We can give you a pretty good idea. What percentage of deposit is required again? So we do a deposit of 50% when you book the bunkie, and then 50% when you get the bunkie is kind of our deposit schedule. And once you put that deposit down, you lock in your price, which I'm not sure is going to be true next year. I'm honestly thinking at the end of this year, we'll stop locking in the price. So basically have to put down the whole amount if you want to lock in the price, or you're subject to lumber cost craziness, because it's been really crazy. Will we be offering installation? So we offer, right now, we connect people with really good clients, or are really good clients with really good contractors, is our current strategy. And we probably will be offering a very limited amount of like Bunkie Life installs next year, possibly, but that has to be determined. There's only so much of us to go around. So we found, especially if it's more than a couple hours away from where we are, it's better to just recommend. So we're building up a Rolodex of like, people that know how to build bunkies and know how to show up on time and answer phone calls. We're working on those guys and girls. Okay. Alana, what happened to the all-season bunkie? I was looking. So we did build one this summer, and it was a bit of, not even a bit. It was a lot more scope than we thought it would be. We have not quite fully finished it. It's been taking all year, which is really bad. So we're trying to perfect that before we start selling it seriously. Hank says, can I get a link to purchase? Yeah, just go to bunkielife.com and then click on products, and all the products will pop up there. Or you can always just call in too. Do you offer financing? I answered that earlier. Yes, we do. Just email in. Has one of your bunkies ever been used as trios? Yes. If you go to the gallery on bunkielife.com, there's a number of trioses there. Delivery cost to northwestern Ontario. It depends on where you are, but we've been to Thunder Bay and all that up way. So Lauren, if you could shoot us an email, and we can, with your postal code and where you are, and we'll figure it out for you. We didn't get our bunkie. This is Don. So Don's a client. We didn't get our bunkie stain. Wednesday will be warmer. Do we need to rush to get it done, or can we wait till spring? Yeah, like we're in that weird, like, is it going to snow or are we going to need shorts phase? It snowed at my house today in Erin. So I would say probably less stressful to just wait. No one's going to die if your bunkie doesn't get stained right away. You probably just need to sand it a little harder in the spring. I've left a bunkie out for a year. It's not, just make sure if you can, caulk the corners. That would be my main advice, is make sure it's all sealed. But in terms of the staining, I don't think it's going to be the end of the world if you can't stain it right away. What is the biggest bunkie you have built? So our biggest one right now is a 15 by 15 version of our Loft bunkie. It's really awesome. There's a guy down in Windsor, Dave, that's got one. I've been in it. It's so awesome. Now that one you need a permit for sure, but well worth it. It's really awesome. So is there a square footage limit? That depends on your municipality, but most areas in Ontario and BC, and I'm pretty sure most of Canada, are anything under the size of 10 square meters, or roughly 107 square feet. Anything smaller than that doesn't need a permit in most areas, but always consult your local mafia and your neighbors and make sure you're going through the right channels and not ticking anybody off. But the cool thing is, like, if you need a permit, we have engineered drawings for all of our stuff. It's made in Ontario using Ontario wood. So you won't have any problems getting a permit in most cases. So just, if you need that stuff, just let us know and we can help you out. Some people just do the, build it, ask for forgiveness later strategy. Not my recommendation, but does it happen? Yeah, it does. And so far, no one's had their bunkie torn down. Can the bunkie be built as a trios? I answered that earlier. Yes. I'm really behind on these questions. Can they be spray foamed? Yes. Please repeat the sale info. Okay, I think I mentioned that earlier. Just go to here. I'll type in the thing. So go to bunkielife.com. /autumn sale. Go there and you'll see all the details there. Okay. Autumn sale. When is the next one? It'll probably be next year at some point. People are saying the contest is awesome. That's great. I'm glad it was fun. And I apologize if I'm behind on these comments. I'm scrolling as fast as I can. Okay, I feel like I'm really behind. All right.
Are you having another one in February? Maybe. Okay, cool. Approximate shipping cost to a 2019 Bunkie to... yeah. I think I answered this question earlier. Can you choose windows with fewer or no mullions? That's a good question. So I answered the first half of that question, I think, David. Email in, basically, and we'll give you a good quote. So all the windows, you can remove the mullions. So if you don't like the look of those mullions, just toss them. They're very easy to remove. Have you considered selling blueprints? I mean, I could sell you blueprints, but the problem is like our stuff is manufactured in a very precision way with being interlocking and all the corners are dovetailed. So it wouldn't be that helpful, to be honest. The reason that our Bunkies finish great on the outside and on the inside is because of the way it's a continuous log that stacks. So you can't really replicate that unless you have, a lot of machinery. So yeah. Boom, boom, doo, doo. Are the larger Bunkies also easier to build? Yeah, they're relatively easy to build. They're just bigger, but not that bad. How many points did Maureen accumulate during the contest? It said right next to her name. I think it was like 900. I didn't see. So it wasn't most points win. It was just random. But I think she had a couple hundred at least. I feel like it was 900, but it wasn't. I should wrote that down. It'll be in this video, so we can go back and watch it later. Question: wanting to 4-season Bunkie, do the walls need to be insulated? No, I would say in most areas you can get your Bunkie up to like basically 4 seasons if you just do a great job insulating the roof and a great job on the floor. If you're in really northern Canada, then it might not be doable. But usually I recommend just do your floor and your roof really well year one, see how that fares, and then if you need to add more insulation, you can. Some people will hang really heavy rugs on the walls to kind of insulate that way as well. And then you can take them down when it's not hot. What is the wait time for the kits? So right now we have inventory on some of the kits, but most of them are sold out. And then we'll be kind of shipping starting in March, April. So if you order now, you can definitely get it early spring. If you wait until March, April, you're probably looking at June, July, August, maybe, if it's anything like it was this year. All right, lots of people are saying thank you, and I appreciate that. And that's awesome. People are saying it was really fun. So that's wonderful. Tammy says, the first time I've entered, I was pleased to learn about your business. That's great. I'm glad it was entertaining. Yes, scrolling down. What's a good distance to have an outhouse from the cottage in Bunkie? That would be a personal reference thing. Far enough away you can't hear any sounds. It's probably a good distance for your outhouse. Is this contest going to continue next year? Possibly. Yeah, we don't like to make big commitments, but if people keep enjoying it and it keeps being a great way to get the word out, then yeah. Ever thought of doing a Bunkie sauna? Yeah, we have Bunkie saunas. Go to bunkielife.com and check it out. We have 2 sauna kits now. We have a sloped yard. Can it be custom built without having to dig? Yeah, you could probably build it up on sonotubes or build a little mini deck and you can make it work. We enjoyed watching these episodes, David. We were into tiny homes and had fun. Okay, I'm glad. It was fun. Payment plans. Yes. Email us about details, but how are the Bunkies heated? Any way you want to choose. Wood, stoves work great. Electric heat works really well. So lots of ways. And do we do tours, on-site visits? Yes, absolutely. We do them pretty much all year. Sometimes we got to shovel some snow out of the way for you. But we do them at my place in Erin, Ontario, or at the factory, which is in Rockwood. We're kind of doing both-ish right now, mostly my house. So just email us or go to bunkielife.com and scroll down to the bottom and just book your own tour in your own time, on a time that works for you. All right. Waiting time for the kits. Like I said earlier, it depends on the season. So, yeah, it can be anywhere from ready right away to 4 to 8 weeks. I hope we can get to the bottom of these questions here. Unfortunately, I don't have Maureen's number. I just have her email. So people are saying, call her, but I don't have her number. So hopefully she calls me. Louis asks, if I build a 20 by 10 platform to put your 10 by 10 Bunkie on, will I still need a permit? I would argue yes. Most building inspectors would probably say yes. Some people are more chill than others, but seems to be the Ontario Building Code. My understanding of it is it's the footprint. So if you enlarge that footprint and you have a covered kind of porch area, that would still count towards your square footage. So, double check with your local municipality, but that would be, I think you might need a permit for that. Can you purchase insulation kits from Bunkie Life? We just have a kind of a spec sheet, so you can kind of buy the proper materials locally. It'll be cheaper for you rather than us buying the same stuff you'd just be buying from Home Depot anyway. Could I bribe your family with a meal at Judy's? I love Judy's. That's a fantastic restaurant, like literally 5 minutes from my house. No, 3 minutes from my house. If we order next week, can it be delivered in spring? Yes, absolutely. That is very doable, Naomi Rulli and Rouleau. Yes. We do have a number of bunkies already booked for spring, but we have some room. Do they work for offices? Yes. I just actually changed my one bunkie. It was an Airbnb into an office. So totally, work great as an office. Marika Fox, can't wait to buy from you for the grandkids. Question, do you use beard products? I don't. I should though. A friend of mine had loose cannon balm for like his beard. I use that only. But he's kind of doing other things now. He's not making anymore. So I'm beard productless. This is all natural. How much is delivered to BC? It depends on the season. We try to ship out a big couple containers in the spring. So we can usually get to most places for a reasonable amount of money, like $500-ish. But it depends. So there's a few caveats. Email us and we can give you a good idea of what's possible. Is it better to have the bunkies raised off the ground? Yes. If you can get it up, just a little bit off the ground, that would be my recommendation. How much is shipping? So it depends on where you are, Lorraine. But usually we just basically will put a bunch of bunkies on the back of our truck and we'll split the cost between 5 or 6 people. And we just try to not lose money on shipping. That's kind of our strategy. And you're welcome to also pick it up if you have a decent truck and trailer. All right. It's a great contest and second time entering the contest. That's cool, Leo. I'm glad it was fun. Miriam says, you're not far from my daughter's house. Can we see bunkies? Absolutely. Yeah, just book a tour if you can, and we'd love to see you. What is the average price for the 4-season bunkie? So if you just buy a wood bunkie and insulate it, it's basically the cost of the bunkie plus maybe $1,000 of insulation, we'll call it that. The 4-season bunkie is like, more like 40, 50 grand. 50 grand probably is a good way of thinking about it. So that's quite a big jump up if you want to go full 4-season. And that product we're still trying to really nail before we start selling. So we did not, unfortunately, nail it this year, I would say. Do you ever max out the square footage? Yes. Basically, all our bunkies are as big as you can go in most areas without a permit. So they're all about 9.99 square meters in general. Yeah. Where does our lumber come from? So we buy mostly from Ontario. Every once in a while we'll buy from Alberta or Quebec or wherever we can get lumber this summer. We just beg from lumber from wherever, but we try to buy most of it locally if we can. Do you have any loft bunkies with the option of stairs instead of a ladder? We have a fold flat ladder that's almost like stairs, but we don't have stairs as an option yet. But it's totally doable. Lots of people can just build those themselves. So if you get a carpenter in there, you could do that. Oh, this was fun. Do you have any bunk kits still available to buy? Yes, we do have a few loft bunkies left. I think we're sold out of the no loft bunkie, and we might have 1 or 2 summer cabins. So some things are sold out, some things aren't. Email us if you're interested, and we can give you a good idea of what's possible. Do we deliver to Quebec? Yeah, we can. Yep. My understanding is in Quebec, everybody needs a permit for everything. So just be aware of that. Nancy says, podcast was great, by the way. Oh, thank you, Nancy. That's great. I didn't really mention that, but we have a free podcast called the Meaningful Connection Podcast. It's not really about Bunkie specifically, but it's about kind of different people's stories. The one we just put out on Tuesday was a pretty inspiring story by this guy named Spencer Beach, who survived a crazy house fire. He's got a really inspiring story. There's 2 podcasts. I just released the first part of it. So Tracy said, would love to come and see the different models. Yeah, come on by. We would love to have you for a tour. If you could, go to bunkielift.com and then scroll down to the bottom and book a tour. That'd be wonderful. Okay. What is the most unique custom bunkie you've done? So we did, like I said, we do the larger bunkies. That's not really that unique. It's just a bigger version. We did a couple cool ones this summer, but in general, we're just finding the custom bunkies take up a lot of time and resources. So we're trying to really limit them. They tend to be twice or sometimes 3 times as much money. So we're noticing that it's not as profitable to do the custom stuff. We want to kind of stick to the main ones we have, get feedback on those, and tweak those, make them better every year. That's kind of been our strategy moving forward. So we can do custom stuff, but be prepared to wait. It's not going to be banged out in a week, and be prepared to pay a premium if you want to go that route. Someone says, highly recommend the tours. Andrew is fantastic. Yes, Andrew's awesome. He does most of the tours now. So, oh, if you want to change the design, like add an extra window. Yeah, that's not custom. That's super easy. Just we'll give you an extra window. They're so easy to install. So that I wouldn't consider custom. It's just if you want to do something really crazy and weird, that would be custom. But yeah, adding a window, not a big deal at all. Just give us a shout. Oh, Andrew's telling me, open house from Wednesday to Sunday at Bunkie Life. Okay, so please register online, but then come and see. So Andrew's going to be just rocking it this Wednesday to Sunday. So come on out. Who won? Maureen Anderson. Maureen Anderson, I believe was her name. So, am I saying that right? Yeah, it was. Where do you say we could find the story review about some guy in Ontario living in a bunkie? Oh, yeah. Just go to YouTube and type in, "Can I live in my bunkie?" Would be the best place to see about that some guy. Yeah, I'm doing my best to scroll down to the bottom of these comments, but it's been tricky. Doing my best. There's probably 1,000 Maureen Andersons in Canada. That's true. It is a very common name. It's like David Fraser. There's a lot of David Frasers out there that owe a lot of people money. That's what I've discovered in my life. Some guy from Windsor with a mohawk apparently was ripping everybody off, and everyone thought it was me. Thanks a lot for disgracing my good name, sir. If you had a screen-in porch off the front, would that be included in the footprint? That would be a question for your local mafia, Susie Galloway. Can you insulate from the outside of the bunkie? That might bring in over the square footage. Yeah, if you're like I was saying earlier, if you can insulate the roof really well, insulate the floor really well, I think that'll probably get most people where they need to be in terms of insulation. So that would be my suggestion. Can you put a wood stove in? Yes, you can. Lots of clients have done that. Can you please elaborate on roof choices? So the kit itself comes with the deck boards, which are tongue and groove premium grade spruce. And then you can add your own choice of insulation and then a finish. So you can just put shingles on, or insulation and shingles. You can do metal roof, which is what I always recommend. Not that expensive. Your color of choice will last forever. And some people have also done like cedar shakes. Those look fantastic. They're kind of tricky to install. Some people have done thatch roofs. There's lots of options. I would avoid the shingle. They're kind of asphalt panels, the corrugated kind of crap. That I would avoid that, but that is an option as well. I'm trying to think what else is an option. I mean, some people just put down like a kind of there's like a roll-out asphalt. It's kind of crappy too, but you could get by with that. But I would say just spend a little extra money, like maybe a couple $100 extra, and get a metal roof. All right. What's the name of the company you recommend for the wood stove? I would recommend CubicMiniWoodStoves.com. They're from Quebec. They've been shipping very reliably all year, and they are awesome. Michelle says, thank you so much. Just ordered a book. Oh, that's fantastic. Thank you so much. Do you offer other sizes of bunkie other than 10 by 10? Yeah, so our 2020 bunkie with Loft is exactly 10 by 10. Our 2019 bunkie is actually more of a rectangle. It's like kind of 9 by 12-ish. So there's some different shapes, but they're all in that ballpark of 9.99 square meters. How many points did the 10 people have to win special prizes? So it was just the top 10 people got that special extra prize. And there's also, if you reach a certain point, some people got like some free music, but it would have automatically emailed you about that. I was hoping Maureen would call. We haven't heard from her yet. Did you say we can go view one in person? Yes, absolutely, Sherry. We'd love to have you. Just if you could, go to bunkielife.com and then scroll down to the bottom. I'll show you this right now. Okay, so there's the top 10 winners there, like I was saying. But if you go to bunkielife.com and scroll down past all the bunkies in my face, and then click here to schedule a tour. So this is how you can schedule a tour. Just click there, and it's cool because you can either do a schedule a call with us or a tour, and then you'll notice here Andrew's got I guess Saturday's already booked up, but you got Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and he's opened up Sunday. So book a slot there if you can. And that's how you do that. Okay. Is the all-season bunkie as large as the 15 by 50? The all-season bunkie we can do any size. But we're not quite ready. We're not quite ready for that product yet. Next year we will. I started saying I e-transfer the Bunkie Life book, didn't get through. Should I just call it? Just email in. We can sort out that. It's like $50 or whatever, so we can figure it out. Another bunkie is a necessity on our family lakeside property. Awesome. Well, let's do that. This is a good week to order. Do you honor tax exemption? I'm not sure what that means, but email in and we can figure it out. We have the level area ready. Great. Having a level area is half the battle. Is there a preferred weather temperature for caulking? Snow is already here. You might want to wait until next year. I mean, just look at whatever the product itself says. If you most caulk you got to use in above freezing temperature. Have you considered designing a bunkie with a cantilever to increase space? Yeah, we have that. That's our both our loft bunkies have kind of a cantilevered loft as well. How much is the 15 by 15? Can you deduct 500 from this? Yeah. Email us in. I'd be willing to do that. I don't know the exact cost. Andrew will know that. Andrew or Shannon will know that. It's more money because it's more wood, obviously. So not that much more, but it is more. Does building without a permit mean less property tax? Ooh, that's a question for your accountant. Does building a 15 by 15 bunkie on an empty lot mean property taxes will go up? That is not a question I would be able to answer, but your local municipality will be able to say that. Sometimes they don't want you to build an outbuilding until you have an actual house on the property. That's a lot of areas will be like that. So just be aware of that. On average, how many hours to build a bunkie? So the smaller non-lofted bunkies you can probably put together in like maybe 10 hours, we'll say, with 2 or 3 people. The big loft bunkies, like the 2020, our biggest one, it is probably, I'd say, give yourself at least like 25 hours of, with 3 or 4 people. It's probably a good guesstimate. So a good weekend or long weekend. What is Maureen's last name? I believe it's Anderson. I want to hear a reaction. I do too. This is the first time we've managed to get everybody on the phone live so far, but we've not reached her yet. So maybe she'll check her email tomorrow. Thank you for this contest. I learned so much. Thank you. Are you doing any more new styles? We might have something new coming down the pipe next year. Who won the most points? I can share you the points. It was Elena Goldman was number 1, and then Adrian MIC was second. Those are the points. I'm really hoping we could get her reaction and her shock and giddiness, but we'll see. Have you had a bunkie helicopter drop off in an inaccessible location? Not yet, but we have had some flown to up really far up north in like cargo planes, but not a helicopter yet. Oh, a couple of us wondering when you do the job of the hot tub. Yes, so we'll do that next week once the sale's over. And if you're talking about the previous one, we already did it, and we're about to announce that soon. Would these be warm in -40? I'd say they'd probably be too cold for -40. That might be pushing it. Can they go on wheels? Yes, some people have definitely done that. I'm thinking of a couple campgrounds that do that every spring. They'll wheel it in and out. Oh my goodness, my name is Maureen. I thought it was me. LOL. Maybe next time. Sorry, Maureen. Wrong Maureen. How many years do you expect to get out of a bunkie? How long have yours been out? I've had mine for 6 years now, and they're still like brand new looking. But I maintained the stain well, and put a good metal roof on all my bunkies now. So good roof, good stain. Make sure it's sealed well as we go into in our manual and stuff. There's log cabins that are still up after 100 years. So if you maintain it well, you should be able to easily get 20, 25 years or more. But if you don't, it could be crappy in like 10 or 15 years if it's getting wood that's getting wet is not going to hold up well. So make sure it's properly ventilated, properly stained, properly sealed. Do you honor tax exempt for delivery to First Nation? Yes, I think we legally have to. So yes. Diana says, love the podcast. Well, thank you. I'm glad you enjoy the podcast. I really enjoy, I learn a lot from that process. So absolutely the best tour with Andrew. Can't wait to buy. That's amazing, Tanya. I'm so glad to hear that. Oh yeah, I have to sign off. Thanks for everything. Wishing you the best. That's awesome. I mentioned your sauna bunkie as well as the hot tub information. Could you email, I don't have your email, Alana, so if you could email us, or maybe Andrew has your email. So we'll try. Andrew, your job is to email Alana. Looks like has a request. All right. Will there some new designs coming in 2020? Maybe. Maureen, where are you? That is what everyone's thinking. That's the thought on everyone's mind right now. It's Maureen. Was the contest open to people outside of Canada? No, it was just for Canadians or Canadian residents only. I don't know where she's from because I haven't talked to her yet on the phone. Oh, for folks living up too far away, do you ever link them up with local bunkies? Yes, we can do that. David, just email us. And I find Northern Ontario where people are very East Coasters, like our East Coaster people are very cool. Our Northern Ontario people are pretty cool. So yeah, if you want to see someone else's bunkie, we can do that if you're serious. Don't just do it if you're like not that serious. But if you are, email us and we can try to arrange that. Most of the bunkie lifers are pretty cool about that. But we also have 3D. I recognize if you're 5 hours away, that's unfeasible for some people. Or if you're in BC, I get it. But we do have 3D tours as well, so you can kind of 3-dimensionally tour the bunkie. I have walkthrough videos. If you go to each product page, there's a 3D tour and a walkthrough video. So we should be able to get you most of the way there. All right. Diane says, I want to make a bunkie town. Yeah, there's some clients that have done the bunkie town thing. So it's cool. Diane says, got a reward for a discount. Will this be discount off the current sale price? Yes, just email in and we'll figure that out, Diana. Erlene says, great marketing. I'm going to take your marketing guideline and use it in the future. Cool. Have fun. I'm really doing my best to get to the bottom of these comments. There's so many great questions here, so I'm going to keep answering them. Ideally, get to the bottom of these questions. So if you have comments like great music by David, that's awesome. Thank you. I'm skipping some people's questions here, and it's not on purpose. I'm trying to get to the ones that are fresh, new questions. I think we got it. David, Maureen seems to be from Essex, Ontario. Okay. Have we talked to her? Have we confirmed that? I haven't heard her on the phone yet. So Carrie's supposed to come in if she calls us. Couldn't manipulate the 3D tour. What was written on the chalkboard? Bunkie life was written on the Someone says from Fort Francis, Ontario. Okay, so there's mixed reviews of where this Maureen Anderson is from. There's a lot of Maureen Andersons, as someone commented earlier. I think I have gotten to the bottom of your comments and questions. So if you have any more super imminent, super urgent questions, you can put them in the bottom of the chat here. And if not, we can sign out. But like I said, guys, it's our best sale. It's our final sale of the year. bunkielife.com/autumn sale. Check it out. It is very, it's a great time to order. Like I said, if you want to get in the queue and not stress about the spring, you just know you're ready to go. And if you can't take the Bunkie right away, you can wait till the summer and fall. But at least you've locked in your price. And even if lumber goes nuts again, that doesn't affect you in any way. So that would be my suggestion. If you have any other questions for me, though, you can email david@bunkielife.com. And you can also call 1-866-4-BUNKIE. And like I said, Andrew and possibly Shannon are going to be doing tours and things all week. So we want to make sure that you can make an educated decision if you like to go with our company or not. Either way is fine. And if it's been a fun contest for you, I'm so happy and so glad. It's been a really fun time for us as well. So if you have any other questions, feel free to reach out. And once again, thanks so much for being part of this contest. I had a blasty blast, and I can't wait to see what happens as a result of it. So we'll talk to you again real soon. And stay tuned to CBC on, I believe I'm not sure what night of the week is, but there's a special show that's airing, and we'll email you because there might be a little Bunkie Life feature coming up too. So